Hello everyone, this is Nitin here. How you guys are doing? Today I want to make a very specific tutorial which is Starry Night along with some mountain and some stream and a forest kind of environment. The reason I wanted to make this because I'm getting a lot of requests from many of you to create such a tutorial. So I just thought that today is the best day to make this video. So I hope you will enjoy this video. So let's go ahead and make the sketch first. So these all will be our mountain, and some more mountain far, and some more mountain even more far. So kind of perspective we need to create here. Some stream. Alright friends, so we have our sketch ready now, and my plan is to have this sky as a starry. So let's go ahead and make our first layer. So I'm using this ultramarine blue here and sepia. So we need to make it a little darker because we are making a dark sky. It's a starry night. So it should be a little dark. So you need to have a sufficient amount of color in your brush. And I'm using the horizon blue also in this case. And a little orange and ochre yellow. Again a little horizon blue. So I'm using a little bit of crimson red. So the paper is still wet, so as I said, we are making this night sky, so we still need to give a little more depth. So make sure that you should have more and more color. So here I'm just giving a little more depth. Okay, now we need to move a little down to those mountain. I've just added a little grain here. More depth here because this mountain which is much closer, so I'm giving a little depth, more dark. A little yellow color. And you need to leave space for stream, so we need to represent leaving that white space. Again the dark. So I'm using this sprinkle bottle here, so you can just sprinkle a little, you know. So what it does is it just gives a little this starry kind of feel. It gives an, a very interesting texture. So let it dry, and after that we'll see what we can do with this. Alright friends, so seems like our first layer got completely dry now. As I was speaking, we need to see if the depth is still there. If it is not, so we need to give another layer of depth. So I still feel that we need to have a little depth on top of it. So what I'll do is I'll just use this two color, which is sepia and ultramarine blue. I'll use this couple of color and I'll try to make a little more depth. And yes, before that, can you see this little texture here? So what I did is I couldn't capture this in my video. So thing is, like, when it was a little wet, what I did is I just sprinkle a little salt on it so I can get a little starry kind of feel. But yeah, so we can do that a little depth here. All right, that's a little okay. So this seems fine. Just a little more. Fine, I'm okay with this. So now what I'll do is I'll go ahead and make this mountain, which is slightly far. So in this case, I will take little color and more of water, and I'll just create this mountain. Since I've used this orange color, I don't want to miss the tint of this. So what I'll do is I'll use ochre yellow and some bit of ultramarine blue, and yeah, that's fine. And bottom of this, I'll use a little dark here. So it's a combination of depth and light if the objects are far. So how much water should be in your brush. So everything you have to understand here. So in this case, these mountains are slightly far. So what I'm doing is I'm using a slightly less water in this case. Now there is another mountain here. So since this mountain is the front, so this mountain has to be even more darker than this. So I'm using this ultramarine and sepia. Very little water on it. So as you can see, I'm just using most of the time this two color because I wanted to give more and more depth here. So same thing here also, I need to give depth here, so I'm using this two color. Okay, my sepia is over, so I need to take that and another thing, when you do this painting, just enjoy, don't think much. I know, I mean, you may have a little bit of difficulties, but don't get demotivated. So here we need to do a little work. And never afraid to give a bold patches like this. The moment you started giving these bold patches, you're half the mile you have already crossed. So more depth here. You know, working with the depth color is absolutely fun. Uh, it gives you an amazing perspective when you look at your work. So I'll just mop a little color. Yeah. Perfect. Okay, so we are done with this, but we are still missing this Starry night. So I will let dry, and once this get dry, we'll give our final magical touch. So friends, now we need to make this as a starry sky here. So for doing this, there are several ways, but the easiest way is to use your toothbrush. Yes, you heard right. You need to use that toothbrush. So it gives the sprinkling from the toothbrush is most effective. So I'm just using this toothbrush which I have discarded. You can use that. So what you need to do here is you just take the color like this. Make sure you should not have too much of water in your brush. Yes, just sprinkle the extra color. And here we go. So make sure that your bristle has to be in a downward, and just hold it here, okay, and slowly just first you just try a little bit here. So yeah, perfect. So start sprinkling here like this. Make sure that you should not sprinkle too much, just wherever it is required. Especially in this area, I need a little more. That's all. Here we go. Yes, so we got our starry night, and the overall, the mountain and the stream. All right, so I think we are done with this painting. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed this video. I would request you to please visit my Patreon and support my art, be my patron, so I'll be able to create several watercolor tutorials similar like this. Thank you so much all my Patreon who has been supporting me, and it's all happening because of you guys, because I really need your support to create these tutorials, and it's kind of a motivation I'll be getting. So my plan is to do a lot many things in this arena, so without your support it's not at all possible for me. Here we go.